Cheng Pei, born January 6, 1946, in Shanghai. Cheng Pei defined the entire Wuxia genre as the original Queen of Swords in Come Drink With Me, becoming the blueprint every screen swordswoman since has been measured against. She passed away in July 2024 at age 78, but her influence on the genre is permanent. Angela Mao, born September 20th, 1950, in Taiwan. Marketed as the female Bruce Lee, Angela Mao became Lady Kung Fu through films like Hapkido and Enter the Dragon. Now 75, she's long retired from film and runs Chinese restaurants in New York with her family, rarely giving interviews. Lily Lee, a constant presence in Shaw Brothers films of the 1970s, Lily Lee appeared in over 100 movies, most memorably in Executioners from Shaolin. She kept acting all the way into 2020, when she chose not to renew her TVB contract and finally stepped back. Shi Shu, defining face of Taiwanese wuxia in the 1970s, Shi Shu built her career on sword-fighting roles opposite the genre's biggest stars. She's retired from acting today and keeps her life very private. Hu Qin, one of Shaw Brothers' most prolific actresses, Hu Qin moved comfortably between wuxia and drama throughout the 1970s. She's largely retired from the public eye now. Chia Ling, a fixture of Taiwanese kung fu cinema through the 1970s, Chia Ling built a career on physical, hard-hitting roles. She stayed out of the spotlight for decades. Judy Lee made her name in Taiwanese swordplay films during the genre's golden run in the 1970s. She's retired today, with little public information about her current life. Angie Chu, born November 15, 1953, in Hong Kong, Angie Chu became one of TVB's defining faces through The Bund and The Legend of the White Snake, roles that made her a household name across Hong Kong, Taiwan, and mainland China. Now in her early 70s, she remains active in charity work and occasional public appearances. Heidi Chan, born March 25, 1960, in Hong Kong. Heidi Chan became one of the 5 beauties of TVB, most famous for playing the little dragon girl in The Return of the Condor Heroes. Now 65, she retired from acting in 1993 to focus on charity work before making occasional comebacks starting in 2007. Barbara Young, born May 7, 1959, in Hong Kong. Barbara Young became one of TVB's 7 fairies, best known for playing Huang Rong in The Legend of the Condor Heroes. She passed away in 1985 at just 26, at the very peak of her career, a loss still remembered by fans of the era today. Liza Wang. Known as the big sister of Hong Kong entertainment, Liza Wang built a decades-long career spanning television, film, and music, starting in the late 1960s. She's remained active in the industry well into recent years. Karina Lau began her career with TVB in 1989, right at the tail end of this era, before becoming one of Hong Kong's most respected actresses in the decades that followed. She continues acting in major Chinese and Hong Kong productions today. Carol Cheng became one of Hong Kong's best-loved actresses and TV hosts, known for her sharp comic timing as much as her dramatic roles. She's remained a beloved public figure in Hong Kong entertainment for decades. Michelle Yeoh, born August 6, 1962, in Ipoh, Malaysia. Michelle Yeoh broke into Hong Kong action cinema, doing her own stunts in films like Yes, Madam and Police Story 3. Now 63, she's an Academy Award winner for Everything Everywhere All at Once and married former Ferrari chairman Jean Todt in 2023 after 19 years together. Cynthia Rothrock. The first Western woman to headline Hong Kong action films, Cynthia Rothrock made her debut in Yes, Madam, alongside Michelle Yeoh in 1985. became a defining teen idol of 1960s Hong Kong cinema before transitioning into acclaimed dramatic roles, later winning Best Actress at the Berlin International Film Festival for Summer Snow. Now 79, she's retired from acting and become a writer and psychologist focused on child abuse prevention. Patrina Fung Bobo, born October 30th, 1954, in Sandakan, Malaysia. Known as the Shirley Temple of Hong Kong, Patrina Fung Bobo was one of the biggest child stars of the 1960s before continuing into adult roles, later winning a Hong Kong Film Award for Best Supporting Actress. Now 71, she remains a respected veteran of Hong Kong cinema. Nancy Sit, born March 30th, 1950, in Hong Kong. Nancy Sit was a popular teen idol of the 1960s who left showbiz to raise a family before making a celebrated comeback in the 1990s, later mentoring a young Anita Mui. Now 76, she remains active in Hong Kong television and was honored with TVB's Life Achievement Award in 2018. Lily Ho, born November 25, 1946, in Nanjing. One of Shaw Brothers' new 12 golden hairpins, Lily Ho became a leading lady of the studio's wuxia and drama output in the late 1960s and early 70s, including Intimate Confessions of a Chinese Courtesan. Now 79, she's long retired from acting and has run family businesses since her marriage. Charla Chung, born February 7th, likely 1967 or 1968, in Shanghai. Charla Chung became one of the defining faces of late 1980s and 90s Hong Kong cinema, frequently cast opposite Stephen Chow after being discovered by director Wang Jing. She's continued acting in mainland Chinese television productions in recent years. Brigitte Lin, born November 3, 1954, in Taipei. Brigitte Lin became an icon of Taiwanese romantic cinema in the 1970s before reinventing herself in Hong Kong wuxia films, most famously playing the gender-bending villain in Swordswomen 2. Now 71, she's been retired from acting since her 1994 marriage and has since become a published writer. Deanie Ip, born December 25, 1947, in Hong Kong. Deanie Ip built a career across both singing and acting, beginning in the late 1960s, eventually becoming one of Hong Kong's most acclaimed dramatic actresses. Now 78, she remains active, having won the Volpe Cup for Best Actress at Venice for A Simple Life in 2011. Rosamund Kwan became one of the era's defining faces opposite Jet Li in the Once Upon a Time in China series. She's mostly retired from acting now, taking only the rare role. Michiko Nishiwaki, a champion bodybuilder turned action star, Michiko Nishiwaki became a frequent collaborator of Jackie Chan's during the 1980s. She's retired from film today. Yukari Oshima, a Japanese Filipina star, Yukari Oshima became a defining face of the girls with guns genre through the late 1980s. She still takes on occasional roles. Moon Lee helped define the girls with guns genre through the late 80s and early 90s, alongside Yukari Oshima. She's largely retired today. Sibel Hu, one of the most prolific Hong Kong action actresses of the 1980s and 90s, Sibel Hu appeared in film after film during the genre's peak. She's retired from acting today. Cynthia Khan stepped in to carry the girls with guns genre after Michelle Yeoh's early retirement, taking her screen name as a tribute to both Yeoh and Cynthia Rothrock. She now lives quietly in Taiwan. Amy Yip, a defining face of Hong Kong action comedy through the 1980s and 90s. Amy Yip stepped away from public life after her career wound down and has stayed there since. From Shanghai-born swordswomen to Malaysia's Oscar winner, these are the faces that built kung fu television and cinema between 1970 and 1990. Some we lost too soon. Some are still working today. Which one do you remember most? Let us know in the comments, and subscribe because there's a lot more history where this came from.